Hey everyone, welcome back to another Beyblade Burst Turbo unboxing and a quick explanation as to why I don't have anything particularly new at the moment. So I'm having quite a bit of postage trouble and I've got stuff coming but it's been delayed. And yeah, thought I would go out and try and pick up something else, and I came across this. So I haven't actually opened this one up yet. I've got the previous two, but today we're going to be having a look at Perfect Phoenix P4, and areas looking actually really nice there in our packaging, and we'll go over to the back to our parts listing. So it's a bounced type of bay to start with, and then we've got our energy layer, which is a right spinning energy layer, and our forge disc next. So D33, or the one forge disc, which seems like an odd choice, but we'll go over that once we open him up. Then we've got our performance chip, so TB08 S, or the Slingshock version of Tower, or Tower S. And then our actual performance stats here. So we've got, for attack, we've got 8 and 1 to burst, 9 to defense. So nice bounce in between defense and attack there, as it suggests, being a bounce type of bay. 4 for weight, 1 to agility, and 3 for stamina. And then down to our performance tip itself, it has 4 to power and 2 to speed. So that is it for our packaging, and we'll get this guy opened up. Well, that's our Perfect Phoenix product unboxed now, and yeah, let's go over our energy layer to begin with. So here it is, our Perfect Phoenix energy layer. And if you are unfamiliar with any of the Phoenix bays, they do have a gimmick in which when you have heavy enough contact with your opponent, it's got an outer frame that does separate, leaving it free to cause interference with your opponent in some form or fashion. And yeah, I'll just reattach that there, and then we'll go over, get it on, and yeah, we'll go over some of the differences between this and the Takira Tomy version, starting with the layer differences. So I've got the TT one here, and with quite a few of these turbo products, as you probably know, we don't get the inclusion of metal. There are a few turbo products out there that do have metal in them, but this isn't one of them. So anywhere where it's silver here, it's just plastic. It's not actually metal. You can see with the TT one, it does have quite a lot of metal on the frame itself, and then it's got a small amount of metal circling that outer part of the core of Perfect Phoenix, which we also miss out on. But yeah, and then we've got color differences. So they've gone with a color change here, and I actually quite like it. So I'll just grab the previous layers here from Hasbro. So you can make this product yourself using those two. So just separate off Dread Phoenix's frame and add it to Revive here. There you go. You get your own custom made Perfect Phoenix. So yeah, color differences, obviously, we know they've changed the red to gold, and then they've changed the red of the Phoenix itself to gold as well. Then to that orange, it looks like they've taken the orange from the backing here of Revive Phoenix and added that to the front now. And then we've got the red from the back of Dread Phoenix there on the other side. So that's a bit of an interesting choice. And I'll flip him over too, because we've got a QR code. So give you a second to pick that up. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than, the difference between our system, which you attach your performance tip with, so slopes with Hasbro, and the teeth with TT. That's not TT. So yeah, teeth there with the Takira Tomy one. And let's have a look at that forged disc next. And so for that, they've given us the one forged disc, which seems like a really odd choice to me, because it's almost a Excalius exclusive, with the way that it brings about its energy layers gimmick, reacting with the main contact point on Excalius. Yeah, and it's also not balanced as well. It's quite heavy towards this end here, so we might get a bit of a wobble with our Perfect Phoenix. That's just speculation. That's yet to be seen when we actually test launch him. Yeah, it's not the heaviest of forged discs as well, with the Takira Tomy Perfect Phoenix. When you make him, you use the 10 disc here, which has a good amount of weight to it and is well balanced. So yeah, another reason why it seems like an odd choice. But anyway, we'll move on to our performance tip. And now we've got what seems like another odd choice from Hasbro. So with this Perfect Phoenix release that they've given us, they've decided to go with the Slingshock version of Tower for its performance tip. Now, I actually haven't seen Tower since Shelter Regulus. I could be wrong about that. Let me know in the comments below if you have seen it or anything else. But the reason why it does seem odd is the same reason why the Forge disc choice seemed odd. It's because the original combo for Perfect Phoenix from Takira Tomy had friction as the driver, and the two previous Phoenix releases from Hasbro also had friction driver performance tips. Sorry, even though they might have been Slingshock versions, they were still friction. So yeah, we're going to get very different performance with that change. I do have the original tower here from Shelter Regulus, which of course we don't get the same gimmick because it is a Slingshock version, so we don't get that tip that depresses and those side sections that get affected when it does. But design-wise, very similar to each other. And then the tips, of course, they've got a height difference there while in stamina mode, but when we do change it into Slingshock, that will equal up, and I'll just quickly show you how that's done. So give it a little twist to the right here on this outer part, and it should click. Oops, oh, there it goes. And then you lift it up and twist again to right, and locks into place. And there we go. Matching. Actually, it seems like it's that little bit taller, so that's different. All right, well, yeah, that will be it for that performance tip. Let's piece this guy together, have a feel of our slopes. And of course, with these Phoenix bays, if you're unfamiliar, there is a way they have to go together. So you've got to make sure that your frame is in the right position, so all the way to the right there, and put our forge disc on, and there we go. Moved it out of the spot then when I did that. And then our performance tip, so moment of truth for him, and oh, wow, nice bit of resistance there. So initially getting it on and then moving through those slopes, which seem like they've got a decent angle to them. We've got a still a good amount of resistance. And there we are. We locked in. Yeah, yep, got that locking mechanism pushed all the way in, and that won't release now until it's hit appropriately. And yeah, the slopes are really decent. And let's get out our stadium, and we'll give him a test fire. And out comes our stadium. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. And well, we are in stamina mode to start with, but still get a bit of movement because even though it was a small tip, it still was quite flat. And it looks like we're right in speculating that that forge disc would give the bay a bit of a wobble, because you can see that happening right now. And that'll be it for stamina mode. Let's switch it up to Slingshock. And here we go for our Slingshock mode. And 3, 2, 1, let it rip. And oh, some nice movement there, nice and smooth actually. Some of the performance tips from the Slingshock series don't run the rails as smooth as what that just did. That bit of height helps in that department. Still wobbling, of course, and we're slowing down and running out of steam. And that'll be it for Slingshock mode. So all in all for this bay, I still recommend picking one up, even though it is an odd combo there. It's still a very nice bay. And that's it for this unboxing. I hope you liked the video. Until next time, enjoy the rest of your day.